What's happening, everybody? So, when it comes to knives, what is very important for all knives to do? Stay sharp, right? Well, we've got a lot of things to keep knives sharp, and this one is really intriguing and really cool. It's from Worksharp. It's come out in the last year. It's their Precision Adjust Sharpener. We're going to show it to you up close and personal here in just a minute, but before we get started, if you like this video, smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell so you will know when we drop new videos, when we show you all of our new sharpening equipment, all of our new accessories. Now, without further ado, let's sharpen it up. Let's light it up. All right, folks. So we've got the Precision Adjust Worksharp Sharpener, and this thing's really cool. We've been playing with it for a while now. We have all the parts to it laid out on the desk. Now we're going to take a closer look. I just got these out of the box. Literally just opened the box up. The box is a little bit too big to show on camera. So here we have all the different pieces that is going to come in this kit here, and this is all 4 pieces right here laid out on the table. And now we're going to take a look. We're not going to actually unbox it because I destroyed the box opening it, so we're not even going to talk about that. But here's all 4 pieces. You're going to start out with your base, which has the rubber feet on it, keeps it nice and stable on the table. Then you've got your tower. The way that's going to click in, you're going to set the back in, push it down, and it should lock right into place, just like that right there. Super simple. When you go to take it apart, you're just going to push down on this tab back here. It's going to release, comes right apart. Get it in place, snaps in place. Now you've got your jaws. This is magnetized, so it's just going to slide right in here and set in place. Now, one thing that I've seen a lot of people doing, they get right into it. They don't read the directions. I don't read the directions either, but they dive right into it and don't realize, and this works and it's fine, but when they go to switch sides of the blade, they pull that out and turn it over and then slide it back in. That's fine. It works okay, but the purpose for it is you've got a button back here, you push it, and it rotates the blade just like that. Push that in, disengages, rotate the blade back. So, it's a very, very simple design. You can do it either way. It works. Another thing to note is they've got this cardboard piece right here inside the jaws. You want to keep that cardboard piece with it. If you do lose it, you're going to want to find like a business card or something like that. Reason being, inside these jaws, we're going to loosen them up with this right here. Inside the jaws is rubber to keep from marring up blades or anything like that. You don't want that rubber sticking to itself, possibly degrading depending on the humidity and that kind of thing, maybe dry rotting, sticking to itself and falling apart. So you want to keep something when you're storing it inside, and that's a great thing, a great reason to have that piece of cardboard and to keep that piece of cardboard handy. Now we're going to take a look at the grits here. And we've got your sharpening triangle here. You've got your 600 grit, you've got your 320, and then you've got your ceramic right there. Now, rumor is, don't quote me on this, but the rumor is that Worksharp is going to be coming out with different attachments for this. That's something that everyone is anxiously awaiting. Because this is coming in at a great price point. Speaking of, this is coming in at $49.95. A fantastic price point for a precision adjustable sharpener. And the internet has gone crazy with people 3D printing these triangle pieces to go on here because they literally just slide on the rod here and putting whatever grit stones they want. Like I said, the rumor is Worksharp is going to be coming out with other attachments with different grits available. Right now, it's the 600, the 320, and the ceramic there. So you've also got, we're going to take a look at this up close. We've got these rubber O-rings here on each end of this rod. we're gonna show you what that does in just a minute. That's gonna prevent over travel in one direction or the other. Now let's get right into sharpening, and what we're gonna use here is actually my personal CJRB RIA from Russell with Artisan and CJRB. Sent this to me for a long-term review, and we're in the middle of this review, and we're about to be actually publishing our findings. Not really publishing, but putting out on video our findings with this after testing it for about 9 months, putting it through some stress, sharpening it, seeing how it actually reacts. So let's go ahead and put that in the sharpener right there. You're going to tighten that down, make sure it's nice and secure. You're not going to be putting a lot of stress or pressure on that anyways. So now we've got that blade in there. Here's how this is going to work. You've got this piece right here. It is going to slide right in and mate with that, and it's magnetized as well right there. Now, I'm not going to be reprofiling at all with this. So I'm just going to use the ceramic because all I'm doing right now is really just touching up this blade. So I'm not going to be using the 600 or the 320, which is what I would be doing if I needed to do some like really hard work on this blade. If it had some was really dull or had some bad nicks in it that I needed to repair or anything like that. So I'm just going to be using the ceramic. Now what you want to do is, if you look right here, you will see that you've got all the different angles. And that's what's really cool about this, is it's so easy to adjust and get into position. Now you've got your 5-degree increments here, and then you've got your individual increments here. This one, I'm going to go ahead and just put it between 17 and 20. That one's going to be 19 right there, about 18 right there. I'm going to go with about 17 and a half, 18, somewhere in there. And now, for someone like me, and I've been really used to hand sharpening. That's what I do mainly. And so my muscle memory has gotten that down to where I know what the angles are. I know what feels right. With something like this, for me, there is a bit of a learning curve with the angles and stuff. So what I really like to do, no matter what, is take a Sharpie and just mark on that beveled edge. And all you got to do is just mark down that beveled edge right there. Make sure it's nice and coated. That way, when you start sharpening, you're going to take that Sharpie off first, and you're going to see what you're actually hitting on your blade there, and what material you're taking off first, and you can adjust your angle from there. Especially if you're not reprofiling, if you're just touching up an edge. So what you're going to want to do, and you can do it a couple of different ways. You can go against the blade, you can go with it, but you want to adjust these rubber O-rings here, because you don't want to fall off the edge of that blade like that right there. So I'm going to shorten this one up just a little bit. Slide it up, that rod, just a bit right there. And I'm just going to take it and just slide it right out. Work that ceramic stone all the way out to the tip, and just slide it nice and evenly. I'm not applying a lot of pressure here. I don't need to. I don't want to. I'm basically letting it do most of the work and counting my strokes as I go along. Then what you're going to want to do, after you get 5-10 strokes in, you're going to want to, well, I started out with this the wrong way. So you're going to want to flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. Same amount of strokes. And just keep working that right there. It's super simple. No guesswork involved. Again, it's a little bit of a learning curve for me because I am used to hand sharpening at this point. But it's not that difficult to learn. It just takes a little bit of practice. Then you can push that button in, slide it over to the other side, We can do about 3 passes on this side. And you will feel it start to smooth out as you make that blade edge nice and smooth. And I'm going to mess up my tip there if I keep doing that. Rotate it over to the other side again. And now we're going to take this off here. Now, of course, after you get done sharpening, I usually like to test it with my thumbnail right there. As long as it digs in pretty good, usually pretty good. And then always, and I always strop up everything that I'm sharpening. And I'm really hoping that that's one of the attachments that they come out with for this sharpener is a strop attachment, allowing you to really get a nice razor edge on that. But it's really that simple. That's really all it takes, dialing in that angle. And it really is very simple to also reprofile an edge with this sharpener, with the more coarse grits. You can dial in whatever angle you want to, and that's the beauty of a product like this. And at $49.95, it's extremely affordable. Folks, that's all for me. You can check out the link in the description below for that Work Sharp Precision Adjust Sharpener. It's a fantastic deal, and it's something you definitely want to check out and anxiously await different attachments that might be coming for that. Like I said, check out the link in the description below. As always, it's been me, TC, here with Smoky Mountain Knife Works. And remember, if it cuts or if it sharpens, we carry. So,